Do you think just being in a fat body and being in the public space encourages obesity?
Yes.
Shame is what led me to an eating disorder.
Whose fault is that,
what
though?
we're looking for is
Whose fault is that?
stability.
That's your fault.
It's
See, the
an
problem is that you're a
amalgamation.
professional victim.
Would you agree, like, looking at his physique, like, he's at a perfectly, I would say, maybe healthy.
No.
You think?
He's definitely overweight, definitely obese.
Oh no, these are South. No shot. Chat, I just on the.
My name's John. I host the Radical Empathy podcast. I used to direct episodes of Middle Ground, but
Guys, it's not even a diss. Guys, you have these massive bodybuilders, like ultra defined bodies, whatever, and this guy flex, and it's just out of. Guys, am I wrong? It's just like it's kind of out of how do you call that?
I'll now be moderating.
Am I wrong? Like, why are you so mad?
You think?
He's definitely overweight, definitely obese.
Look at this guy. Is that? Yeah, kind of like out of that league.
The Middle Ground, but I'll now be moderating today's discussion between jacked men and fat men. Our first prompt is, I have felt disgusted looking at a fat body. Can our agreeers please step forward?
Well, everybody's going to agree with that. I mean, come on now, brother. I mean, brother.
Whoever feels compelled to start us off.
Well, it's unacceptable to be fat.
Okay. That's a great start. I mean, I know why you say that.
Guys,
but
guys, I'm not doing that in a defensive way. Guys. Disgust is a very natural thing to feel and to think. Guys, disgust is a very important a part of like human psychology, isn't it? It's very natural. You can't really fight against it. Okay, it's for survival, basically, right? If you see something that disgusts you, it just happens. And bodies, even guys, I've been disgusted looking at any bodies, fat, non-fat, altered, skinny, anything even disgusting. It doesn't make you wrong for it. It's just what it is.
it's one of those things where,
It's not anti-fat.
Do you know why you're saying that?
Anti-disgusting
Yes, because
shit.
I've been fat before and I lost the weight.
well, me too. I've been fat my whole life. I've been way skinnier than I am now, and I've been way heavier than I am now. Was I less valuable at one point in there?
Well, I mean, you can make an argument that you're less valuable when you're fatter because you drain resources, but that's a whole other conversation. But yeah, I mean, in general, being fat is unacceptable because you control every single morsel of food that goes into your mouth.
Okay.
It shows a lack of discipline, it shows a lack of character, it shows a lack of temperance, and when you're fat, it's an outward manifestation of your inadequacies.
When I see somebody who's 500 or 600 pounds, all I can think of is, why do they care so little about their health that they can do this, allow themselves to gain that much weight, knowing it's taken 20, 30, 40 years off their life? I just can't imagine not wanting to live that badly.
I understand that. No,
Chat, I respectfully disagree with almost everybody in the video, I think, because I feel like kind of the personal choices, right? As long as you're not being a cuck about your shit, I think it's basically fine.
It's I've definitely felt disgusted looking at my own body and looking at other fat bodies in my life. A lot of the disgust I felt looking at people was me feeling disgusted with myself and then projecting that feeling onto other people. And I don't think anyone on either side will disagree that health is.
Guys, if somebody's fat and they're like they don't hurt anybody, they don't whatever the fuck. They're chilling and they're doing their own thing. They don't even talk about it. They don't entertain any discussion about it. And they don't impact anybody. They're just chilling there. They're a little fat, right? What does it matter? Why do you care so much? Why do you care so much to go like, dude, stop, dude, like, brother. Jesse is considered fat, right? And whenever we talk off you or whatever, right? If he has like a certain thoughts or so and so whatever, I don't shame for. I don't do weird shit, right? But like I encourage him and I'm here for him if he wants to do some positive change, whatever. It is what it is. I'm not.
That's
why would
important.
I go, dude? You're so it's so unfair for you to be fat and it's weird and stop being fat. It's stop the fat. Stop the fat. It's like,
I know that my
why would I do that?
mental health was way worse when I was spending every fixate of my life trying to get smaller and trying to be thinner.
I don't think there's anyone that can look at somebody 500, 600, 700 pounds and not think, wow, what have they done? And not be disgusted. Like, how can you not? I just can't understand
You can't
nobody
assume that
thinking
everyone
that.
has the same opinion, though, because unfortunately, some people have emotional stuff that happened, traumatic stuff that's happened, so you can't discount and just say, oh,
Boo-hoo,
because
man.
they're fat.
Boo-hoo, man. Like, there's way worse stuff going out in the world versus
Absolutely.
people saying, oh my God, I'm sad, I'm gonna eat some ice cream. It's like, no, dude, it's like, you're fat, you made that decision, you live in the best country ever. If you live in a civilized, first world country where you have electricity, internet power, etc., you deserve to be bullied. It's
Damn, dude. And keep some energy, brother, for his close friends who fucking can't stop themselves from hitting fucking random chicks fucking raw dog, brother. Like, dude, but hey, you don't want to pay child support? I mean, boo fucking who? You want to get bullied on the internet? I mean, stop hitting raw dog, dumbass. Like,
ridiculous
I
to
don't
me
know,
that we have all these fat people
same
running
energy
around,
applies,
people
dude. Is
are
it
being
not?
bombed in Gaza.
Is that not how
It's
that
ridiculous.
works?
We are so privileged here in the United States and in the West in general. When I see a fat person, I'm like, wow, you got the gift of life. You got the gift of being in a developed country, and you're a fat POS talking about body positivity on TikTok? What the hell is going
But now
on
you're
here?
segmenting, though, because not everyone thinks like that. What do you
No,
call
we
it?
need to bring
Blanket?
shaming back.
Okay.
We need to bring shaming back in so many other regards besides obesity. We need to do it with
Yeah, raw dog, pull out Andy. That's me. But I mean, I haven't seen any drawback because I know what I'm doing. It's like,
sluts. We need to shame.
Why-
Do shame
why-
fat people. We need to shame everybody when they fuck up. Because shame has been one of the strongest defenses against degeneracy and human fuck ups.
You had a personal experience you wanted to share. You said you used to be overweight. Now you're
Oh
not.
yeah, so I did an experiment back in like 2015 where I like bulked for like almost 2 years, and I got up to like 250 pounds, and then I dieted down. It took me about 7 months. I systematically did it, controlled my calories, tracked my macros, tracked my protein, carbs, fats, and systematically lost 1 to 2 pounds per week.
So you chose to gain up to 250.
Yeah,
you were
so
naturally
I've been on all
skinny
spectrums.
beforehand.
Like I'm naturally skinny.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna get fat as an experiment.
Yeah.
Did it, and then I was like, all right, now I'm gonna lose the weight. And then all I did was just track my calories, ate the same food every single day.
Yeah.
Went to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, and everything was controlled, and it got done. Was it monotonous? Of course. Was it
No,
boring?
yeah,
Of
yeah,
course.
I agree with you there. I am naturally this way. This is with working out 4 or 5 times
That's
a week.
not true.
This is
No,
100%
you
true,
can't.
bro.
Nah, bro.
No,
Come to the gym with
it's
me.
not.
This
It's,
is me
it's not
working out.
natural at all because at the end of the day, if you don't lose weight,
okay, well, it's not about. Okay, hold on. Yeah, hold on. A lot of things that are being said that I don't agree with it. Hold on. You could go to the gym. You can literally live at the gym every single day and still be fucking fat and massive. There's only so many calories you can burn. It's all about caloric intake. If you intake calories, you can't burn all of them. You cannot burn most of them. Doesn't matter how much you're gonna burn. If you eat too much, you're GG. Like, what are you guys talking about? This is stupid as shit.
by definition, you're not in a calorie deficit. If you're not in a calorie deficit, then you're gonna either maintain or gain weight, and that's the problem is that people don't track their calories.
Guys,
And that's
Guys, I saw this turkey, okay, going around, chat, and I cooked the turkey, and I ate the whole turkey in one sitting. But I spent the whole day at the gym, so I made the turkey disappear. So it was inside of me. I did some treadmilling for 12 hours, and the turkey now vanished out of thin air through my body. That's not how that works. You
true,
see?
but people burn at their resting metabolic rate a different set of calories.
Doesn't matter.
Let's not get too granular right now. Ragini, it's going to be one of those episodes, right? Let's bring in the disagreeers and hear from them.
Okay, so the reason I
Hold on. All right. Let's do this. How many calories do you burn running? Let's look at fucking Google. Rule of thumb, the average person will burn 100 calories per mile of running. 100 calories per mile of running. Daily caloric intake. Average. A ideal intake of calories. Chat, people that are fat, chat, how much do they eat, do you think? 4.5 thousand? 5,000? Okay. How many miles is that? That would be 45 miles of running? Okay, let's be honest. You're not doing all that. You're not doing all that.
disagreed, especially when I heard the statement. I don't think I'll ever look at somebody based on their situation and think that I'm disgusted. Like, if I see somebody that's a drug addict on the street that's homeless.
If you're burning 4,000 calories every day, your body is dying from something else, whether it's like joint damage or your bones are fucking turned to dust. Let's keep going.
I'm not disgusted by that. If I see somebody that's incredibly overweight, I'm not disgusted by that. Do I think that there's an opportunity for growth? Do I think they've been put in a disadvantageous position that's probably makes it harder for them? Absolutely. I think I'm kind of an empath, so when I see somebody, I know that there's things underlying, and one of my best friends is 400 plus pounds. I've helped him lose 150, 200 pounds. He's gained it back. And I don't look at him and say, I'm disgusted, but I know how bad he wants it. And just seeing how hard he tries and then reverts, it's almost more tough for me than to be like, oh, that's disgusting, you know? And I think there's plenty of people that look at me and say, that's disgusting. I never want to look like that. So like, I know what it feels like on the other side to like look the way I do and get people look at me like, ugh, that's gross to like have that muscle. And to go back to that point.
True, it's still disgusting.
Like, you came from a fit place and like deciding to bulk, like that's a conscientious decision to gain weight. Like you already have those habit routines and skills in order to stay in shape. And then you use those same skills you had to pull back on the calories and knowledge you had.
The reason why I use that example is that you can get fat and lose the weight if you know what you're doing and you have the knowledge and everything else like that. It's just about consistency over time. So it's like, I look at it like...
let me cut you off, because here's one thing that you just said.
Yeah.
You had the tools. So there's people that don't have the tools that you've passed judgment on, and you have failed to realize that with the tools, people are very much capable of achieving amazing things.
It takes more tools to be able to eat and sustain that much weight than it takes like not having tools to do the opposite. Like you need a good amount of time and money and other resources and tools to eat that much fucking food to sustain a body that is that overweight. That's just the way it is.
But
okay, let's talk about said
no,
tools.
hold on, I'm not done.
Why you cut me off
I'm
before,
not done.
remember?
And I stood over there and I listened to you, and I was like, it's a ton of bullshit too.
Oh, sure.
But we're gonna address this, right?
Yeah.
You are passing judgment on people who lack the tools to do what it is that they need to do to get themselves to a certain point of health. There are multitudes of factors that weighs into what goes on with somebody's body. There are people that even if they work out, losing the weight does not come as simple as just going to the gym, cutting calories, watching everything that you eat. There are some people that have a disposition. I have a disposition. But does that mean that I'm not active? Does that mean that I'm not doing certain things? No, it doesn't. But you're passing judgment on somebody's body that you know nothing about. Now, on the flip side, what if I turned around?
Okay, guys, isn't it? You're saying he's right, dude. That's like wrong in many angles. It's like an argument like that can be attacked from multiple angles, and
I did the same thing to you. You're talking about how fit and stuff that you are, but you're over there and you're smallest compared to these other guys. So how does that feel if someone comes? No, because you said shame, right?
That's a little.
You said shame, right?
Yeah.
So how does that feel if someone comes up and they start shaming you for size? Like, come on, it goes both ways.
We're just in the first
So,
prompt. We got to be
here's the thing.
careful about targeting each other too directly. You
No, I mean,
definitely-
I'm not offended. It's fine. He's
No,
emotional,
it goes
and that's
in
fine.
every direction.
He's obviously very triggered.
I'm
But yeah,
not
so let's talk
triggered.
about
I don't like people who dialogue like that. Dude, that's just annoying.
hit the first part. Tools. What are the tools? The tools are simply knowledge, which you can get for free on the internet. If you have the ability and the discipline to go out there and get the knowledge, then you're going to lose weight. It's just that simple. It's just that people want to always make excuses for why. Oh, my feelings. Oh, I don't know what you don't know what people are going through. Blah blah blah. No. You can watch your calories, you can go to the gym, you have time to do it. People just like to make excuses.
I don't think anyone's debating that weight loss is impossible here. I think the question is why
It's
do
not.
you...
It's not that it's impossible. Is that there's more ways out, right? But even though there are multiple ways out, people will find the 2 or 3 little parts at the bottom that are like the reason not to. Like, guys, I'm a victim of these 2 or 3 things, and this is why I can't do it. It's why I'm not doing it. It's why I don't have the tools. When there's all the other things that don't match the mindset. It's not the opposite where you have all the things against you, and there's only 2 things that you can do. It's not how that works. It's just not.
hate fat people that
It's
you feel
just
the disgust
not how that
towards
works.
it.
Like I said
Objectively.
before, it's a culmination of a bunch of bad decisions. I'm not going to go ahead and give the same level of respect to someone who's a fat ass to someone that has worked really hard and diligently on their physique, because your body's outward manifestations,
There's more
other decisions,
factors to a
your
human
consistency.
being than their body.
Well, you could judge a lot just off of someone's physique. You'd be like, okay, well, this guy is lazy, and that's personified through their physique. It's the truth.
Abe, I saw you wanted to say something.
Dude,
just to take it back to
I don't even agree, chat, because I hate to be the disagreeer, chat. Dude, oh, fuck, man. Dude, I'm lazy. Let me tell you what lazy is. I don't want to fucking eat more food and have to fucking open more wrappers and do more dishes and carry out more trash and go to the bathroom 5 times a day. Okay? You want me to tell you how it is? I take a shit 1 time in 2 or 3 days, brother. That's what it is. I don't eat nothing. Being lazy, I am lazy, dude. I'm not trying to fucking do all that shit. Spend that all my day on the bowl? Hell no.
the prompt, I think we just kind of
What the
all over
fuck?
the place there.
We're still focusing on the word disgust.
Just the word disgust. I mean, I would never look at someone and show disgust towards them. I mean, I think I would respect, like you said. I mean, you don't respect everyone, like you said, but I think
Respect is earned.
I mean, it is earned, but I mean, I think at a humane level, we can learn to appreciate each other's differences.
Yeah, I don't know if like disgust would be the right word, right?
I know.
Greg mentioned some health implications with being overweight or obese.
Yeah.
I think being concerned might be a better.
That's the word I was
you know,
going
a
to
better
go for.
word.
Like
but
I can show concern for someone for the way that they are, but I would never look at someone and say like, you're disgusting.
But is it any different than if you see somebody who's extremely anorexic, they're 50 pounds, you look at them and you're in shock? Oh my God, like something happens in your body you can't control. You can't stop that.
There
Like
could
how
be a-
can
there
you
could be a
not?
shock
It's not, I
factor,
don't
but
hate them.
that's different.
It's dumb discussion. I'm not saying this word. Discussion is stupid. Guys, it's stupid. Disgust is a natural feeling. Guys, it's like if somebody had like some accident or whatever, and they lost half the fucking the bottom of their jaw is ripped out and their tongue is hanging out. Right? If you look at them, okay, you're like, oh, jeez, yeah. I'm sorry to tell you, it looks disgusting. Your body will feel disgust. Unfortunately, there are things that you don't like that you're gonna see that are disgusting. But that doesn't mean that. Oh, you're disgusting as a person. That's not how that is. Like, it's like a dumb question.
Just wow, oh my God, it's like it's disgusting. Like holy goodness
But
gracious.
why
That's a
would
shock
you
factor,
use
though.
the
That's
word
not-
disgusting,
that's not
right?
disgusting.
So you just mentioned the polar opposite of what we are, right? But why would you look at them and be disgusted versus concerned? That is a very specific word, and it has very specific connotations behind it. And when it's used, it's somewhat weaponized as well.
I don't think we can help how we feel. I don't think I can choose like, oh, I just am not. It would be sitting here and lying. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I'm always going to be honest with people. I'm disgusted. This is just how I feel.
The thing is, when you see a fat person, the reason why it's
So-
disgusting and the reason why there's so much pushback on this whole body positivity and people make fun of Lizzo, rightfully so, by the way, is because it's unattractive, it's unhealthy. Until we had this woke era, they used to put like models and attractive people on the cover of magazines that were in shape. Why? So that people can aspire to look like that. And it's healthy and it looks better in general. You look
Not healthy. Whoa. Not also a bad take. A lot of the editing that they do and the process that they use, and sometimes even the surgeries that they go through to look certain ways are not feasible. And if you do them, it's unhealthy. So they're both wrong. They're both equally wrong. That's just what it is. I'm not gonna take any other fucking other take than that. That's just the correct take.
look good, feel good. But when you're fat, it says a lot about you. People aren't going to sit there and be like, let me see if he's a good person. No, they're just going to assume that you're lazy, which you are, by the way, when you're fat, and you don't have discipline, which you are, by the way. So they're just going to
Just get a BBL. BBLs are risky fucking surgeries, okay? And if you keep saying, guys, BBL is BBL summer, get BBL girls, and they go to fucking Brazil, whatever, and they fucking die getting BBL, brother. Like, how did you achieve anything good here? You're doing being dumb.
and assume off of
what?
what
It's so
they see.
stupid.
That's the world that we live in.
I love how you stated a shit ton of assumptions. You didn't state not one fact. You just stated assumptions.
I want to move on to the next prompt, but we're definitely.
Can I say one thing? Just one question. Like, let's say you knew he used to be 600 pounds, and how much you weigh now?
I'm 384.
And now he's 384. Do you see him as less disgusting knowing he's lost 220 pounds?
No, that's fantastic.
I
but
think, yes,
there's still
less.
work to be done. But here's the thing, like I said before.
None of them are presenting anything that looks disgusting from what I can see in the video. Okay, if that's what you're gonna ask, I guess if this guy was shirtless and this guy was like, oh, and you're fucking, okay, that's kind of disgusting. But on screen, I don't see anything disgusting.
Well, unfortunately, human beings judge a book by its cover. It's just the world that we live in. Fat people that, identifies 97 genders, whatever, they expect us to change our worldview for them, and that's just not how the world works. Like, it's been that way, it's always going to be that way.
Worldview? That's I think what I don't get.
It's just the world that we're in, like, people are going to,
Yeah, it's different, my bad.
Now let's reset. Jacked men are more attractive than fat men. Will the agreeers please step forward?
Depends, case by case. Depends.
How come there's 4 guys over there? All right, we're living in a bizarre
general,
world
true,
where people don't see the truth. Like, how is it possible that they're thinking, no, being obese and unhealthy is more attractive than being fit and healthy? How is this possible?
Actually, you know what? This is precisely why
Bad question.
the majority of women find the majority of men as unattractive. Because a lot of guys think this way, oh, I just be a nice guy and girls are going to like me. No, they're not. She's not going to...
This guy's so funny. Dude, I actually find it like he's a funny character. Look at his eye.
Because a lot of guys think this way, oh, I just be a nice guy and girls... Girls are going to like me. No, they're not. She's not going to suck your dick with the same veracity when you're a fat fuck as when you're in shape. She's just not. See, people don't understand that women are aroused by one thing and they're attracted by another thing. Women are attracted to, a guy that's confident, ambitious, makes money, etc. Of course, right? But they're aroused by guys that have asshole tendencies, dark triad traits, etc., and guys that are physically in shape. So if you want to get the best of your woman, where she respects and admires you, while simultaneously being aroused by you so she doesn't cheat on you, you need to have it all.
You're saying that's true for all women?
A staggering majority of women.
There might be 1% of the world that there's something wrong with them that might think that, you're 600 pounds, it's so hot, I love that, but...
The hot girls that you actually want, they exercise their hypergamy to the highest degree, and they want guys that are fit and have their money together, have their life together.
You're looking at me like you want to say something.
Yeah, because the question was, are jacked men more attractive? We all walked over. Are we more attracted to jacked men?
Well, I'm assuming they framed that because we're all guys here they mean women.
Well, men can be attracted to men.
If I had to switch teams, I'm going with the jack guy.
You don't have to be attracted to men to know and say this person is attractive. Being able to fucking objectively say this person has attractive traits, and so it doesn't make you gay or zesty or whatever the fuck you want to say, dude.
Obviously, this is going to be like personal biases, but I think attraction is very fluid in the sense that I can 100% admit, like, there was probably 40 pounds of muscle ago is when most women would be like attracted to me. Of course, like, fitness girls, they're totally okay with the size I am, but like probably most girls, I'm like too much for. So I guess like where do we draw that line of like, I think for example, like you would be much more attractive to most women than me. Would you agree with that?
I mean, that doesn't mean that like if you walked up to a girl and let's say you're not her, like you're a little bit more muscular than she would like, if you have the charm and charisma, she gonna still go with you, man. It don't matter. Like,
I have an interesting point. Yeah. And no shade on you, but I think if you had Zach, right? You're on the end?
Yep.
If you put Zach and Greg and you put them next to each other and you did a poll, I think that most women would probably pick him if you had to like, because he's got the height and all that. What would you guys say to that?
No.
No? No. Well, we can put it to the test.
But that's not really fair. I'm 48 years old. He's a lot younger than me. He's about a foot taller than me. But you can't compare. I'm an old man. I'm 48 years old.
Obviously, height is a big component. So that so it's not you're comparing apples to oranges. But if you take the same guy, same height, etc., but one guy is fat, one guy's in good shape, she's always going to go with the guy that's in better shape.
Because I've been so surprised to see on Instagram, there'll be like guys doing like an outfit try on, like not in shape in the slightest bit. And all the comments are women like, I wish like men knew this is how we wish they looked. And like, oh, this is like the dream.
They're liars, media. Liars
to look good. One thing about clout. You can never believe what women say, man. You believe how they behave, not what they say.
That's a different episode.
That's all right. Figure it out.
Okay, that's chat. This room is like has like some copium fucking background. Like these guys are on that cope. Is it on that cope?
I disagreed mostly just with the blanket statement because attraction is so.
Guys, the same way you guys have preferences for girls, girls have preferences for guys. Okay, some of them like them short and wide. Some of them like big bears that are kind of more like huggable, whatever. Some girls like bony dudes like me. It is what it is. That's just what it is. And some fit and some clothes fit better to that style. Like when I was with Jesse at the stores, right? Everything that he wore, I would never wear because I was like, dude, this is made for you. It looks better on you, right? And I couldn't wear that. So if you wear that, that looks fucking sick. I'm not lying or anything, right? It's just because it fits your body.
Funny NPC
Subjective. I am a big and tall model by trade. That's what I do. I model clothing brands. I've modeled with major fashion houses. I've been on the covers of magazines. You mentioned before dad bod comments and whatnot on social media. I was flabbergasted when I started how many people were commenting and DMing me and talking about how attractive I was. That it just kind of, I don't know, showed me that attraction is a lot more subjective than I thought, and people have a much
Wait. I thought this guy was jacked. Is this guy on the fat side? What?
wider range of what they
This
find
guy is
attractive.
fucking grifting like a son. What the fuck is this?
Specifically a body
He's
type.
grifting like
Is
crazy.
being jacked the most important trait for being attractive? I'd argue for guys,
Alright,
it'd
for the
probably
record.
be otherwise, right? I
I'm
think
just
height
kidding.
would be a very
Money, height, fame, what can you bring to the table?
The number one thing is status. By far, status.
People also go after what they think they can get. So if this guy is 6'5" and
Oh,
extremely
God.
attractive, and it's like, well, I can't get that guy. I'm attracted to the 10 on 10 super.
Oh, I have muscles. Only muscles are attractive, dude. My veins are about to fucking burst in my head. Guys, look at my veins on my skull. Guys, look, guys, look.
model, but I'm not
Holy
going to
shit,
get her,
dude,
so
chill out,
I'll
man.
be happy with the 9.9 on 10.
Just to be clear, are we speaking about women being attracted to men?
It's not just about women. It's just about attraction. What is the
general?
most attractive, in your opinion,
Okay.
physique for a man?
Okay, I'm speaking from like what women find attractive. So when I speak, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I'm
anybody.
sexually fluid. So my law of attraction does not adhere to anyone's standards, pretty much. I'm attracted to people in general. So you could be jacked, you could be more plus size, you could be skinny, you could be whatever it is that you are. If I'm attracted to you, I'm attracted to you.
What are the traits you find most attractive?
I think the way that you carry yourself is a really big thing for me. I can't date someone who lacks confidence because I feel like that seeps into other aspects of your life.
Yeah, this guy's
Do you
good
mind
as
if I
fuck.
jump in on the compliment?
This guy's kind of based about some of this shit. Guys, he's actually everything he said was based so far.
Yeah.
In that segment.
So growing up, wasn't too confident in myself, and I gained that confidence when I started losing weight. And I noticed it was me putting myself in positions to get more opportunities with women. Right now, I'm single right now, but I'm doing okay. But the confidence came from me losing weight. So I do agree that it's a subjective kind of standpoint, but socially, I understand that physically fit men, that's just like what everyone's liking. It's like what,
I don't
that's
think
what
it's as
trends towards.
subjective as guys are trying to say. Attraction isn't a choice, and there are hardwired traits that women look for in men. And what I've come to realize is that what women put out there as what they find attractive are politically correct things. Oh, he has a dad bod. He's nice. He's a good guy. The reality is that women don't respond well and favorably to these men. There's a reason why nice guys finish last is a thing. It's because when you're too nice and you kind of bend to her will, etc., girls aren't aroused by that. Girls don't want to say what they're really aroused by. Guys that are able to stand up to them, guys that are able.
Okay, and a lot of traits that he's talking about are like unknowns to him or like unobtainable by this person. Guys, a lot of traits women find attractive, like you can't even change them. You just spawn with them or not. That's just kind of what it is.
To tell them, well, that was a stupid
Like saying like, oh, the traits that I have, the traits that I go for, all of them are attractive, but everything else is not attractive. Dude, it's not gonna
comment,
happen.
or hold them accountable for their stupidity when they do dumb things. This is what women find attractive because these are leadership traits.
Have any of those things happened to you, though?
Well, I mean, I've talked to almost 3,000 women, and what I've come to realize from talking to all of
3,000?
them is that most of the time, you know, when they're in a comment section of TikTok, like, you're so handsome, blah, 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 will they actually go on a date and have sex with that guy? Probably not. But they say that because it's politically correct, and women tend to not want to be adversarial. They're going to say what sounds good, but what they're actually aroused by are two different things.
But they're married to those guys.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was
Most
getting to.
often they're married
I'm
to-
married
And
to-
marriage is a failed institution in the West, and this is why most men get divorced by women. This is why they get destroyed in the divorce courts. This is why women overwhelmingly initiated the divorce rates in America. 80% are initiated by women, because we sit here and we lie and we believe what women say they're actually attracted to. No, they're not attracted
Let's
to a
go
lot of
back
things
to
they talk about.
attraction for a second, though, because I'm married.
Sure.
I have a child.
Cool.
I have a beautiful wife. I was this size the entire process through it.
Would you say that you're an average guy?
I would say that
You're
I'm
how
bigger
tall?
than average.
6'5"
Yeah, you're not an average guy.
and a model
You're not an
for,
average guy.
for being slightly
I
overweight.
wasn't a model when I started
But
dating
you are
my
a very
wife.
good-looking,
I was a
tall, big
bartender
guy
fucking
who's
doing
on
whatever.
From being traditional, okay, to what we are right now. The reason why the divorce rate is so high and shit like that is because it's rare to have couples that are on the same wavelength from start to finish, right? And it's the goals that they want to have and want to achieve. There's a mismatch There's a massive mismatch. Guys, traditionally, okay, like you find somebody, there's an expectation back in the days, oh, we're gonna get married, we're gonna have children, I'm gonna make money, you're gonna be stay-at-home mom, and you're gonna do the house duties, and I'm gonna make the bread, and we're gonna stay together as this sort of partnership, as this like trusted agreement, right? And if somebody breaks it, I mean, it's scummy as fuck. But these days, like, unfortunately, we don't really want that, or more people, like, they're kind of, it's not how the world kind of works anymore, because a lot of times a household to maintain is too expensive. You cannot only have one person that has work. So both have to work. So that like distribution of the work in a relation becomes kind of imbalanced. And a lot of times, if they do get a child, that kind of goes in like, fuck, how do you say this? That is unfavorable for women. Because I hate to say this, like, because it's kind of annoying. It's kind of hard to explain. It's not that I hate to say it's hard to explain. But let's say girl and guy think that they're going to get married and we'll be together, and they know they're going to have children and do all that, right? Then the woman will be more inclined towards investing into the household, into the whatever, and they're doing all that, right? So therefore, their careers are left behind a little bit, and then, oh, children, all that, and then, oh, dude, then they split up, right? Then they split. Well, what do you think happens? The guy who was only career mode keeps the career, keeps the whatever, right? But the person that kind of invested into that life, that like being a mother, that the other person said that they wanted, well, now they have less to go on. Now they're disadvantaged. And that kind of sucks. But it's overplayed, of course, in court, and in recent times, it's overplayed in court, and it's being used against men, and that sucks. But generally, it should be fair. It isn't, but I think that the root behind it is decently fair.
Magazine covers. So
But
out of the
I think-
million guys overweight, you're at
But
the
you're not
top.
an average guy.
But I think
what
what
I'm
you're
saying-
missing is he just said that he wasn't any of those things.
He's not 5'6",
before
man, like
he
me.
met his
Try
wife.
being 5'6" and doing
No,
it.
I totally agree with you. That's what I was gonna actually.
Girls are bait into that thing, but they also bait themselves into it. And sometimes they maliciously end up in that position for gain. That's just what it is.
Agree with Myron for a second, believe it or not. We're talking about, you mentioned status, and then a lot of people other mentioned confidence. So you even put it in your own pecking order ahead of being jacked or being physically
status for sure.
attractive. Wouldn't you say that matters more? Confidence, how you carry yourself, how you do it?
I mean,
the prompt was simply, is it either you're jacked or
And
are you fat?
I'm not
What's
gonna
more
argue
attractive?
the fact that our society definitely finds jack guys more attractive, but
This question
I disagreed
sucks.
with the statement because it was.
This is now back. Movement is problematic.
The body positive movement is problematic. Yeah, across the board.
Will the agreeers step forward?
Well, across the board. Fat and non-fat.
Well, I think where it becomes a problem is obviously you should be comfortable in your body, and if you genuinely love how you look, great, but you can't ignore your health. Being someone who is overweight, I've been fortunate enough not to have
I'm not
any
in the whole
extreme
video.
complications other than like, knee pain and stuff like that. But I know people that, that are my size or bigger, and they have cholesterol problems, heart problems, diabetes. I have none of that. So the body positivity movement becomes a problem when you hide behind this shield of, oh, I should love my body, da 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 da. Great, but you have to be healthy too. You can't ignore your vitals. You gotta like check yourself on the inside.
Yeah, I think the big thing is you have to separate the health implication with you just being confident, right? Like I'm all for people to feel confident in their own skin. I think body positivity.
I wonder how these guys feel about the people that are fucking juiced out the wazoo on the fucking front magazines. Guys, fuck body positivity when you're fat. Do body positivity when you're jacked. Guys, I can't fucking breathe. I just injected anabolic steroids. Legalized anabolic. Guys, I can't fucking breathe. My heart's too fucking fat. Like, dude, that's not good either. Like,
Movement has been beneficial for plus size people in that regard, right? Because let's say there's a plus size person who's too embarrassed to go to the gym because they feel like they're gonna be judged, whatever it is. But it's because of body positivity. They're like, oh, hey, like I see other plus size people in the gym. Maybe I'm gonna give it a try. And all of a sudden they start going, they're like, oh man, I like this, right? And they keep it going. You can argue that without body positivity, maybe that day would have never happened for that person, right? But I think the problematic part really comes down to people extrapolating body positivity, shaming a celebrity like, let's say Adele, for losing weight, right?
did
That's
that?
where I would kind of draw the line there.
Well, promoting Lizzo. Making fun of Adele for losing weight, but promoting Lizzo for being a fat ass. Unacceptable.
Do we feel, are a lot of people doing that?
I think the thing around Lizzo is it's not just the weight, it's the lifestyle. You like see her drinking all the time and partying and not sleeping. There's like so little to do with health. It's not just she's promoting like loving yourself, which I think is great. She's promoting a lifestyle that is unhealthy, like being very overweight, drinking, not sleeping. All of these things are not conducive to your health. So I think you conflate that. And sure, being body positive is important, like loving yourself, loving the way you look. But if that's gonna that's gonna influence other people to make bad decisions about their body and their health, that's problematic.
Body positivity is disempowering people. It's making them think that they're healthy at any size, which they're not. And so as soon as you start telling people, hey, just love your body, like Lizzo will literally rub her belly and said, you're giving me all this power as she's eating a burger and she's promoting being obese. By doing this, you're just ruining it for people who actually should think, wait a minute, I can lose weight, I can go to the gym, I can eat less, I can do this.
Personally, my problem with body positivity isn't necessarily what it stands for, and I feel like there's a misconception because there are those people that they use it to justify fatness and just I don't even want to say fatness. I
think this question is dumb. Guys, these questions are like bait, but not in the way that makes a dialogue. It's like everybody's confused on what the questions are, and they're just saying dumb shit. Because the prompt sucks. I've abused my body.
Rears, step forward.
Oh, everybody, yeah, it is what it is.
I'll start by saying I've abused my body many times. Being a bodybuilder, a professional bodybuilder, I've abused steroids.
Chat, if you've stayed awake for too long, you've abused your body. No way these guys never abused their body. I don't believe it. It's not possible. Guys, that's just what it is.
Steroids, did that for over 10 years. I don't think you can get to the level that you have to get to be at to be a professional bodybuilder while being natural. And
your body needs to clear toxins and and a bunch of shit and chemicals and like ammonia in your fucking brain or whatever. If you stay for too long, your body is like fucking like on dog shit. It's running on actual poison, dude, and that's abusing your body.
So absolutely, and I would say that somebody trying to abuse
I don't know. I don't fucking know. There's a bunch of chemicals and shit. I don't know.
Steroids to get that muscle, to get that look is just as unhealthy as somebody who's obese. So I don't try to be a hypocrite. I say I've done these poor choices. I'm 48 now. I don't do steroids anymore. And so I recognize that what I did in the past was bad, probably took years off my life. And so I would say to people who are overweight, why don't you do the same thing? And if you're not, then do you really care about your health? Because if you do, you would stop doing the things that are leading to being morbidly obese.
But then to your own argument, you spent 10 years doing something you knew was inherently unhealthy.
Yeah.
Correct.
But then you're going to turn around and tell people that they should just wake up. But
yes, exactly. Like people
Yeah,
should have told me,
Tell
Greg,
that juice head.
why do you keep doing this to yourself? You do not recognize what's going to happen, and if we call it shaming, why are you abusing steroids, Greg? Think of it. Think of the years you're taking off your life. Maybe I would have waited.
But the power was in your own awakening, right? The power right there was.
I mean, they do a big like, oh, fat people have a lack of accountability, blah blah. But that seems like a pretty like he's like offloading accountability here too. It's hey, come on.
It's in your own awakening to realize within yourself that you were doing something negative, and then you made the change for it, right? And that change is now consistent. That change is now something that you can give a testimony about and help other people change their ways or persuade people to just not do it at all, right?
But building on what you said, what was the moment, where the perspective shifted?
Well, I got old enough and realized I can't get any better at this. I can keep taking more and more drugs and try to sustain this, but I said, it's not worth it anymore. So I had to completely change my mind around what I was doing, which was being judged on my appearance. And remember, I make money on how I look, and so that's going to have a huge impact on me. And I had to say, I need to get my dopamine, my self-worth from something else. So I quit doing all the bodybuilding competitions, and I said, I'm going to start riding bikes. I'm going to learn Spanish. I'm going to do something else where I can feel good about myself. And it's hard. Like, look at this guy, 300 pounds of muscle. 20 years from now, is he going to want to still be this size? He might look back and say, I maybe regret certain things. And I think if somebody's overweight, they're going to think the same things. Like if you're 400, 500, 600 pounds, you're going to think.
I like it. This was nice. I bought one of those for my mom.
Is it worth doing this? Is it worth eating all the time? It's tough.
I think this is the first actual middle ground I think we're finding, which is really great because it's true. I mean, I've done I've been harmful to myself on both sides of the spectrum. There were times I was taking, 20 to 30.
Also, a V-neck with a fucking button-up shirt like that. Oof. Yeah, I'm out of this video chat. That was nice though.
xQcll.